So if you are interested in not just having a knowledge on your particular stream, if you are interested in having the knowledge in any other stream, you are invited to stay until the from the beginning to the end of this event. So to start with, we are going to start with the commerce stream. We have invited a fantastic person who will be talking to you about it. So I would like to invite Mr. Hanam Nalim, a second year undergraduate doing a BSc honors in finance, undergraduate from University of Sri Jayavarthanapuram. Hanam, the stage is yours.
Safe. Hurry. Guys, can all see me and can all hear me? Just drop me a message. Audio and the video, okay?
We can see, we can hear.
And hurry. Can all see the presentation as well? Can all see the presentation? All three, okay. Audio,
Yes,
video, and the presentation.
yes,
Yeah.
we can.
What about students? Students are not replying me. Guys, where are your responses?
Wait a minute,
All three,
Hanam.
okay?
Wait, hold
Uh-huh.
on. Yes, I think our students can now respond to the particular
Okay.
lecture.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Can all hear, guys? Can all see the video and the screen? All three, okay? Hello? They can chat me?
They can chat, yes. Students, you can put in the chat.
Yes, yes. Others? Can? Okay, okay. All good, all good. Fine, fine. Then Assalamu alaikum and very good evening. At least a response for the Salah. Alaikum salam. Okay, good. Others? Reply will you? Okay, fine, guys. A quick, as Asif Nana said, there are many students who are into different stream and all. So I think today we are going to talk about commerce and some other streams as well. So who are going to do commerce? So we just yes, Kela. Those are doing commerce or those who are planning to do commerce. Yes, yes. No one. Yes. Others? Yes, yes, yes. Only two. Yes. Only three are doing commerce day. Okay, okay. Good, good, good. Okay, you have to be active. Okay, you have to be interactive. Then only it can be fruitful. Hurry. Fine. So, guys, we are going to talk about the commerce stream. Okay, I'll keep it more simple. I hope you are just done with your OLs or you didn't have proper time to have fun also. Within 1 month, we have started the AL scale. Okay, because that's the government's rule. So they have asked to start ALs once you're done with your OL scale. Okay, so fine. So just we want to give a guidance for y'all on how to choose the stream, the subjects, and all those stuff. So this will be the content for my session. So a small intro about me, then why you had to choose a commerce stream and why you should not choose commerce stream and effort and the commitment required the subject, what type of subject you have to choose and the degree pathways and career options. Okay, so now for the last one, don't think much. Okay, one day after 4 or 5 years you'll be here and guiding your fellow mates. Okay, the first 5 points will be crucial for you. Okay, so the first thing is a small intro about me. Who am I? So this is my academic, these are my academic means school qualifications and my degree. So as Asif Nana said, I am doing a finance degree in the University of Sri Jayavarthanapuram. And the small intro about me because it's like this. If someone is doing a guidance, first of all, they had to have a career first. Without a career, we can't give you a proper guidance, right? So you can't trust everyone's advices. So that's the problem you face now. Okay, someone from next door comes and say you to do this, someone from Qatar say you to do this. Okay, so you don't have proper guidance. So before getting a guidance, just evaluate the person who is giving you the advice. Okay, do they have proper career? If yes, follow it. Okay, so I hope all the people in this committee all are undergraduates and they are in university. You know how it's difficult to get into a university, so you can trust our words. Fine. So, guys, must watch factors. So this is not only for commerce. If you are choosing any stream, there are three P's we have to see. First one is the important one, passion. Do a stream which you like, which your interest lies on. Okay, that's a core thing. And the second thing is in Sri Lanka, especially, you have to think about the price. Price can the cost, the affordability. Because when you do advanced level, it's not like always. It's obvious like where you had to go for like extra classes, private tutoring, tuition classes a lot. So you have to spend some money. That is a bit, it's not like expenditure, it's an investment you make. So think whether you can afford. Okay, maybe you have the passion. Just connect whether that passion is aligning with the cost, with your affordability. Okay. And you may think, no, sir, I have the passion without going for classes or anything I can do, but it's a barrier. It can be a big hurdle for you. Okay, the third period is think is potential. This is where many students have a question mark. So what is potential? The future. ALS is just 2-year program. Then there is something in the rest. Okay, ALS is crucial because after ALS only, you will decide which stream or which degree you're going to follow. Okay, you can't just bluntly choose a degree. It depends on your AL results. So what's a subject, what's a stream you're going to choose. So simply the rest of your life, that means for like another 10 or 20 years, depends on these 2 years only, obviously. Because in years only you'll be specialized. So think about the potential. If I choose commerce, in future what I can do. If I choose science or maths, in future I can do. So I usually ask, okay, you're going to go for state university. Suppose if you don't get the Z score to go for state university, what alternative you have? Because in life, you have to have a backup plan, a contingency plan. If I don't get this, what's the other alternative we had to go? So many yes, go for state. Suppose if you don't get state, what's the other alternative? Can you afford a private degree? Or maybe if you're going to go in the private way, do you have support for that? Okay, so for example, if you take maths and science, state is the best. If there is any other platform, if I don't get state, so have lot of question marks. If you can answer those, choose a stream and go. So please, I hope you are going to choose a stream based on these three: passion, the affordability, and the potential, the future of that stream. Okay. So next one, why choose commerce? There should be a reason to choose commerce. Okay, you all say me a reason. Why did you choose commerce stream? Sharik, Zumra, Shazmi, Sakina, Akil, Safa, Shahama, Ishfa. So I said you are choosing commerce. There should be a reason why you choose commerce. Say me the reason. Why did you choose commerce stream? Well, many reasons. Fine. Be honest. Maybe your parents said, maybe your sisters or brothers said, or maybe you like commerce. What's the reason? Balamu? Yeah. What's the reason you choose commerce? There should be a reason. You like commerce. Okay, simple answer, right? Others? Why did you choose commerce stream? There should be a reason. What about others? No, sir. When I was sleeping in the dream, they said to choose commerce. Ahmed. No, right. There should be a reason. Okay, fine. So, why you had to choose commerce is, I'll see. Two reasons you would have chosen commerce. Push. You like it. Simple. Because I am interested to become an entrepreneur. Smart answer. Okay. So, push and pull. You know what is push? Okay. So, push means your passion made you to choose this stream. So as you all said, you like commerce, you want to be an entrepreneur. एक है passion किया नहीं. You love to do commerce. So I encourage a student to do commerce if they love that. Okay, because then only will give you 100% commitment. Okay, pull means the opposite. Some people choose commerce not because of their passion. Someone said to do that. Okay, maybe your parents said, maybe your brothers or sister, anyone said. So एक risk है because you are choosing without your concern, without your interest. So maybe whether you can be successful in that stream is a question mark because your interest is not in that. So first of all, think whether you choose because of your passion. If you are chosen because of your passion, smart. Okay, definitely it's your pathway, it's your stream. If someone has pushed you or if someone has forced you to do, take a question mark. And some people choose commerce because they don't have the results to go for science or maths. So they went and choose commerce. Criteria. So think why you choose. Please choose only if you have a passion for that. Okay, because someone else is forcing, don't choose that. Okay. And the second thing is the three P's. I said, think about the passion, whether you like that stream, the price, affordability. So if you take commerce, guys, to be honest, commerce, if you take passion, it's quite interesting. I'll be open, compare. I don't know about other streams, but commerce is really interesting because in commerce, you study about what is happening outside and all those stuff. It's really interesting. Numbers, money. And if you take the price, affordability also, I'll be open compared to maths and science. Commerce is a bit cheap because we are not advanced like them. Their stream is top notch. Okay, so our cost, if you take, it's a bit low. Affordability is okay if you take the tuition classes or anything, maybe in school admission also, maybe a bit low compared to other streams. Okay, the third P, potential. Obviously, there is no stream in ALs which has a high job market like the commerce. True. Okay, obviously, commerce is the place where you have a huge job opportunities. Not only job, you have competitions also. So there's a huge job market for what commerce. So three P's, if you analyze, yes, there are positives. Okay, and interest. If you take commerce, what are the subjects we study in commerce? Not in OLs. In ALs, what are the subjects we have under commerce? So I'll say how to select the subjects also, but definitely you would have selected a subject name. So what are the subjects you have in commerce? This is the heart of commerce. What's the heart of commerce? Where you talk about numbers and all those stuff, statements, profits, sales, losses. What's the subject? Yeah, good. Okay, so accounting can take. Okay, then there's another subject where you talk about how to start a business, how to do a business, how to close even a business. Okay, what is insurance, transportation? So interesting, right? What is trade? Business studies. They will be studying about our economy. What is inflation? What is demand? What is supply? Okay, what is central bank? Why the full price are increasing? Those one we study in economics. Then the other one, hardware, software, networks, Python, ICT. So these are only mostly chosen subjects in commerce. So interesting, right? Okay, so it's really interesting because those four subjects are talking about something which is changing always, trending. Whatever you study, you apply for the real world. That's what we need, right? So really an interesting field. And the last one, with commerce, you can follow some other qualifications as well. So we don't have that in other streams, but in commerce with ALs, you can do some other qualifications parallelly, and there is a lot. So this is the reason why you have to choose commerce. I'm not asking to do commerce. These are some reasons. Okay, is these reasons clear for you all? May reasons clear the clear? Yes. Yes, others? Clear enough? Clear, right? Okay, good, fine. Good, good, good. Next one. Why not choose commerce stream? So you may think why we should not choose commerce stream. Don't think this is a relevant topic. That means, as I said, if you love to do science, if you love to do maths, if you love to do arts, or take, go ahead. Okay, because you had to follow your passion, as I said. Okay, so don't make anyone to force you to do commerce. And the second thing is maybe you're not good with numbers. Okay, you're saying, sir, I'm not good with numbers. Okay, I can't do this accounting. Even in OLs, I didn't do commerce, so it's a bit difficult. I don't like it. So numbers is not my area, means do. Because commerce, okay, accounting is the heart. Okay, it always works with numbers a lot. So if you are not interested or if your talent is not in it, don't choose that. Okay, so mainly accounting is a main subject in commerce. So if you are not good at that, maybe it's not your field. Okay, and the next one is commerce is part competitive. Okay, so commerce is like a ocean. Okay, commerce is like what? Ocean. So in ocean, yeah, there's a big space, we know. Okay, in ocean, there's a big area, but there are so much of fish also. We have shark, we have whales, everything is there. But if you take commerce like science or max, it's like a pond. Okay, a small field. You have so much of opportunities there because you don't have much competitors there. Okay, only very few fish or something. Ocean, yeah, it's big, huge opportunities, but there are many players in the market. You have to compete with all of them. So it's very difficult to be in the market and reach the top. Because why? It's so much of competition. Okay. And the last one is commerce is also the stream where many dropouts are there. What is dropout? That means you start after 1 year, you feel that okay, ALS is not my area, you stop. Because many who start science and maths, they somehow complete. Either first try or second try, whatever. Commerce fellows, after 1 year, if they feel that is difficult, it's not their area, they leave it. So commerce has so much of dropouts also. So this may be a reason why many people are not choosing commerce also. Just think whether you are fitting in any of those criteria, whether you don't like commerce, okay, numbers is not your place, okay, the area is too much competitive, and also many dropouts. So if you are also falling in these four categories, commerce is not your area. Is that clear? Is that clear for you? Is that clear? Yes, others? Clear enough? Good. Okay. Now this is the official guide which is given by the Department of Examination. So if you say you're from commerce stream, okay, what are subjects you had to have? Okay, so usually commerce streams, we say the royal package killer, we say, in ALs, you have to choose three subjects, accounting, economics, and business studies. This is the royal package killer, we'll say. But sometimes what a student can do is from these three subjects, if you select these three, you're commerce, automatically your commerce stream. Or if you're selecting two from this, okay, two, and another one subject you can choose from this basket. Okay. Two from the first criteria and another subject from any of these basket, you still fall under commerce. For example, we'll say you are taking business studies and economics and you're taking French, still your commerce. But there's no use of studying a French name. Okay. So many students go like this combo: accounting, economics, business studies. Or if they're gonna select a subject from this, what's the subject many students choose? You would know, right? Say they are not going to choose three from here. They're selecting only two. We'll say accounting and economics. If they want to select extra one subject from this basket, which subject they mostly choose? Is it agriculture science or German or geography or combined maths or ICT or logic? You would have an idea. Very good, high up. It's obviously ICT. Many of them choose ICT Tamai from this basket. Right? So, because guys, there is no use of studying geography even. Germany, what's the use? Okay, don't think this is general English, huh? Okay, this English literature very difficult to get. Okay, so this is what commerce stream means. So you select three subjects, you fall under commerce, or at least two subjects from these three, and extra one subject from this basket, you fall under commerce. But if you want to go in the accounting field, maybe once you're done with your AS, you're going to choose an accounting degree means you must do accounting. Only if you have accounting in your AS, you can go and choose an accounting degree. Because some students, what they do is they choose business studies and economics and ICT. Still your commerce because you selected two from here, but they don't choose accounting. For those students, in future, if you're going to go in the accounting part, you can't go because you have not done accounting. So my suggestion for you is when choosing a subject, please commerce choose accounting. Without accounting, there is no purpose of studying commerce. Okay, choose accounting. Economics and business studies, it depends on your interest. Okay, whether you can choose both or maybe with one, go and choose ICT. Okay, hi. What's the next thing we have? Okay. Do you know what is Z scope? Because ASAK, you have to select a subject based on Z scope. Do you know what is Z scope? Yes, sir. Z scope, no? No means no. So you know what is its score? Okay. So no. Yes. Okay, fine. So guys, ALSK, usually they give points for a subject. Because think in ordinary level, you get 75, your friend gets 75, you get 90. But both of them have A. Both are equal. But in AS, it's not like that. Maybe your friend also got A. You also got A. But your marks is 90. His marks is 75. So in AS, we will be equally what treated. That means what? That means the one who scored 90 marks, they will have more points. एकदम Z score किया हमने. So in AS, it's not about grades. It's all about the marks you get. When your marks are high, your Z score also increases. Because for university, there are many people who get 3 A's. 3 A's is not a matter in what AS. It's all about the Z score. Okay, Z score means the points which they give for each subject. So in AS, marks matter, not the grades. It's not about A. Just after 75, A, no. It's all about marks. So based on Z score, you can select three subjects. This is the most used package. Yeah? Either they choose accounting, ICT, and business studies, or accounting, ICT, or economics, or accounting, business studies, and economics. These are the three packages many students choose in commerce stream. Okay, so anyone, what's your number? Which package you are going to choose? One or two or three? Which package? One or two or three? Okay, one. Others? One. Good. What about the rest? Three. Good. One, three. Then three. Good. Others reply. Okay, so many are going with one and three. So, okay, one. I didn't see anyone who is gonna choose two. Fine, whatever. Okay, guys. So go with one and three. Please have accounting. Without accounting, there is no point of doing what commerce stream at all. Okay. So I'll give a small idea on how this Z score works. Okay. So Z score, guys. If you take Z score, Z-score is decided or is awarded based on two things. One is based on the difficulty of the subject. Okay. And the second one is the number of students. Okay, Sharik. Number of students. Based on this only, the Z-score are awarded. For example, we'll say there is a student called A and there is another student called, we'll say, no, say, we'll say subject. These are subjects, Kela. This is subject A and this is subject B. In both the subjects, you are getting 90 marks. Okay, in both the subjects, you are getting 90 marks. So you're obviously getting 8. For subject A, they are giving you, for example, 0.8 points. And for subject B, same 90. But for that, they are giving you 1.2 points. You may ask, sir, for both the subjects, 90 marks, same marks, right? So for why for A subject they are giving us less points and for B subject why they are giving us more points? There should be a reason, right? Okay. For these points only we say Z score. So how did they calculate? For A subject low Z score, for B subject high Z score. Based on what? First one is based on difficulty. To be honest, guys, you all say when the paper becomes more and more difficult, will they give more Z score or less Z score? Or in your words, will they give more points or less points? When the difficulty increases, what you all say? Just give a guess. When a subject is very difficult, what will happen to its points? Z score, will it increase or decrease? Good, Hayam. Others, no issues whether you get it correct or wrong. We were also like beginners like you, right? Definitely you will get a high Z score. So your Z score will increase. When a subject is more difficult, the Z score will start to increase. So based on that, say me, which subject was difficult here? A or B? Which subject was difficult? A or B? Remember? High Z score means the paper is very difficult. Very good, Hayam. Okay. So simply, very good, Ishfa. The subject B was difficult. Okay. Subject B was what? Pretty difficult. Okay. It was hard. And subject A was easy. That's the reason even though both have same marks, for subject A, they gave only less points. But it's easy to get 90 there. B, getting 90 is very difficult, so high points. Okay. So you understood the logic. Second one, the number of students who are doing that subject. So suppose we'll say only few students are doing that subject. The number of students who are doing that subject is very low. Why they are low? Maybe the subject is difficult. That's the reason many of them are not doing. So say me, when the number of students who are doing that subject is low, will you have a high Z score or low Z score? Why they are not doing? Because the subject is very difficult. So will that subject have a high Z score or low Z score? When there are only less students doing that subject. Very good. Okay. It will have a high Z score. Ne? Okay. It will have a high Z score. When there are only few students doing that subject, they will have a definitely high Z score. Fine. So based on that, say me for which subject there is a less crowd, A or B. For which subject there was a less crowd. Good. Okay. For B, good, good. Nuha. Okay, for B, there was a less crowd, less number of students. Why? Less means the Z score is very high. So you can say for B, the Z score is very high. That means only few are doing that subject. But if you take A, many students are doing that subject. That's the reason Z score is very low because it was easy lesson. Okay, it's an easy subject. So based on that, only Z score is calculated. But there's a lot. We say mean, standard, mean, there's a lot. But this is simple logic. So now say me, in commerce stream, which subject has the highest Z score? Okay, so obviously it is ICT. ICT has the highest Z score. Okay. Second, it's BS. Third, it's economics. And fourth, it's accounting. This is based on the 2000. So this is how Z score works. Is it clear? Z score stuff clear enough? Got a small idea? Ne? Okay. Okay. Now, next one is target. So in AS, when you start, please don't have a target to just pass. Okay. No one is doing AS just to pass. More than that. What is more than that? Target for 3 years. Okay, okay, fine, fine. Just look at those. Okay, clear, right? Okay, fine. Hurry, hurry. So target for a pass. Then go for 3 years. That should be your main target. More than that. In ALs, you can go for district rank. Even more, you can go for an island rank as well. Okay. So have this target. Your target should be an island rank and go here. Because that's one of the prestigious place or the position you can get. In OS, not like that. ALs target for island rank and go here. Okay, so method to madness, ALs, lectures will be only 40%. From lectures, you'll get only 40% of the content. Exams, aka past papers, model papers, you have to do lot of papers. Huh? Okay, that will be 25%. And the most important tool is the self-studies. Okay, so if you take self-studies, obviously it is 34%. You would understand in OLs also, you need more self-study. So obviously ALs also, it's about self-studies a lot. And finally, when you add up, 1% is missing. So maybe that 1% is the luck. Who knows? Okay, we don't know who is correcting your paper and everything. Ne? Okay, so this is the method to madness. 40% lecture, 25% paper, 35%, 34% self-study. Okay, so in any subject, any stream, self-study is the main tool. Focus on that. Uh, as university students, so I don't think it will be more value for you now because just now you're entering the year's name. But have a target to go for uni. That should be a target. So for uni, money won't work. Father's power won't work. The only thing that will work is your hard work. Okay? Through hard work, get a good score, a good Z score, a good result. Only through that you can go for university. Okay, so there are many universities. So if you do commerce, the number one is obviously University of Sri Javadharpura. We say USJP Kela. So you have many like accounting, finance, commerce, Kela. There's a lot of degree. Okay, so have a target to reach there. It's not easy. It's difficult. There are so much of competition. Students from all over Sri Lanka will try. So if you have a good Z score, you will be given the place. Then you can try University of Colombo. So Colombo also is simply the second in terms of management after what Japura. So there are good programs there. Then go for Kalania. Okay, that's a good place. And it means University of Moratu. So Moratu is more of like IT related stuff. Then there are some other university, but those four should be your main target. Work for that. Suppose if you don't get, no sir, I want to go for a state uni. That's my main target means Jaffna, Ruhuna, Southeastern, Wayambakela. There is a lot. Okay, so for now, universities you are target. Once you are done with your ALs, after you get the results, don't worry. Maybe we'll be there, or maybe our juniors will guide you how to start your uni life. So that's the any doubt? Prashna Saha Catalu. Any doubts you want to ask? No doubts means say no.
Students, you can switch on your mic and ask your doubts from Anam Nana if you want, or else you can send them in the chat as well.
Yeah.
Time
Wait.
if you
I got a good question. Is it a waste of time to study this in Tamil medium? Will it be a disadvantage? Unique. Good question, Safia. Yes. Please don't do ALs in Tamil medium, my personal preference. Okay, because Tamil is important, but in future with Tamil, you don't have much growth because university is completely English. Okay, so if you do, maybe you will think, sir, until OLs I did Tamil in AL, can I do English? Yes. ALs, like you can start with English. English is not that much difficult to learn. Okay, when you do ALs in English, university will be easy and you have a lot of professional qualifications also. Everything is in English. So it's better if you take that initiative now itself. Okay, so don't do in Tamil, to be honest. As you said, there is no use. Uh, okay, I hope I answered your question, Safia. So I hope they don't have doubts. I don't know whether they don't have doubts or are they scared to ask doubt. Harry. So guys, that's it then. Thanks and all the best. If you have any doubts, you can reach us. Now only they asking. I did OLs in Sinhala media. If I do OLs in English, no, dear, it's not like that. First 3 months will be difficult. I'll be open. Just new, right? But later on, you will be adapting to it. Okay, so English won't. Don't think English is a barrier. If you think like that, difficult, but you can make a change. Okay. Um, no, doing school or private, go for school better. Because when you go for school, you have that spirit of a student. Private means you don't know at what time you have to wake up, what's your study plan, nothing. You won't have term exams, you don't have exam stress or anything, right? If you go for school, still you have that platform near a pathway. There is someone to guide you. So it's better if you go for a school. Okay. So that's it then. Asif.
There is a doubt asked by students. What mistake should we
Uh,
avoid if we are following this stream? What mistake to avoid? Anna?
what mistake? Simple. Commerce, when you start, first month will be easy. Second month will be easy. Don't be overconfident. The subjects which we learn in commerce only, OL only, it's repeated. No, there's a small intro, a teaser they are giving. Later on, will be very hard. So the main mistake many students do in commerce stream is they take this as easy. No, this is not easy because they play the fool in the first year. Second year only, they'll start to study. That's completely wrong. So commerce, like, if you want to get a good results from day one, you have to work not only in commerce, all the streams. Okay, so the main mistakes they do is they take commerce for granted. So don't consider that as granted. Put some effort. Okay.
One final question, Hanam.
Okay. Ne?
How does last minute studying work for
Uh,
commerce? Does it work or like is it a myth? How is it?
um, it can work. Okay. So I can't promote that. Many would study at the last moment. Some lessons, some subjects last time would work. For example, business studies can too much of notes. So like history, for history also you did the same, right? Last moment only you studied ni hematamai. So business studies has too much of notes. Maybe notes chapters you can study at the last moment and play something. Thing, last moment, okay, you can't do. It should be completely practiced. Okay, Hari, Asif.
Students, do you have any other questions to ask? Now it's the chance.
Will oval results affect ALs? Take a good question. Sometimes if you get a good results, you can go for school. That oval results will impact ALs is a question for schooling only. Okay, so some schools they select for ALs based on your oval results. For some schools, they don't see your oval results. So, but some schools, if you are concerned on the oval results, you don't have that required results, means don't worry, you can do privately. Okay, so oval results doesn't have a huge impact on AL, but I think if you fail in a first language or something, you have to do again. I'm not thorough with that. Just ask from other tutors. Okay, ask if you know, just guide them. I don't know about how about OLs and ALs. Will you recommend any professional other courses during years? Yeah, yeah, just try to do because commerce, as I said, too much people are doing this, so too much competition. So you have to stand out. So to stand out, try to do some extra qualifications like double AT for your level. That is good. Okay, so maybe that would be a good choice. Will oral results affect university interests? No, not much because no, no. So is that all? No, it's up to you. If you want, you start. But if you start, it's good because it will be like adding some professionalism to your qualifications. Yeah, it's useful. It's useful. We also did, okay, sometimes that's what I say in commerce, I can try to do some other stuffs also. But whatever you do, AS is your priority, yeah, because double ATs or whatever you can do at any age. AS M&M. Only if you do properly in AS, you can go for a state. State university, you can't go in 80 ages. Okay, so Ekanisa, AS should be a priority. Doing AAT will be a value addition for you, but don't give priority for those qualifications because still you are a student. Still you are a school student. So AATs is good, but don't give much priority for that. Okay. No, it won't affect ALs, dear. Don't think if I didn't do commerce for OL, so will it impact ALs? No, nothing like that. Because AL commerce is completely different. OL commerce is like 5% of the AL syllabus. Okay, just a small like tip of the grass. ALs is complete depth. So no, OL commerce won't impact ALs. Okay. Is it all or any doubts? What are the careers we can do if we choose commerce? There is a lot. You can be an accountant, you can go for marketing side, you can go for economic side, that means in central banking or banking sector or insurance sector or administration sector, then business and entrepreneurship chapter. There's a lot. Any other
Uh,
doubts?
okay, since time is going by, since there is no
Yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
doubts, we'll wrap it up for the session.
Okay,
Okay, thank
okay,
you so
okay,
much,
okay,
Anam.
okay. Selamat.
So, students, that was Hanam Nadim from University of Sri Jayawardenepura. Next up, we are going with the biology stream, and we are going to have a future doctor here who will be guiding you with the biology stream. So this invitation goes to Hikma Hirfan, Miss Hikma Hirfan, MBBS undergraduate from Faculty of Medicine, University of Colombo. Hikma, the stage is yours.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, I need to share the screen. Sure. Give me a moment, I'll just share the screen. I don't think I'm able to share the screen. It's fine then. I can do without this one. It's fine. Okay. Am I
You
audible?
can send it to us. Maybe we can share it. Like if you can send it one of the admin. Yeah.
Okay. I sent it in the group.
Okay, I think everyone can see the screen.
Okay. Okay. I'll just start with the introduction. I am Hikma Irfan. So I'm currently a third year medical student from studying in the Faculty of Medicine, University of Colombo. I did my AS back in 2022. So in the bioscience stream, and I got 3 A's, and my district rank was 74, and island rank was 212. So I did not make like a big presentation or anything. I'm just going to be talking about this. So I will tell you first about the subject combinations, okay? And before that, I have to tell. So most of y'all here must be 2028 AL people. That means those who just finished O levels, like 3 months back. So I think bio classes have started now. To my knowledge, yes, they have started now. So some of you might already be going to bio classes. So these are the subject combinations that you have in the biological science stream. So science stream, if you take, it's basically divided into bio and maths now. So if you take the science stream, there's bioscience and physical science. And I'll be talking about the bioscience, and these are the subject combinations available for the bioscience stream. So basically, you have the three main stuff, that is biology, physics, and chemistry. And instead of physics, you can do agriculture. But the most popular combination is obviously the three main subjects, bio, physics, and chemistry. So agriculture, you can skip physics and do, but then most of the degrees that are there, you need these. Basically, you need to pass these three. You need to do these three subjects and get a good grade in order to get into a degree program that you want. And physics is needed for most of the degree programs that are available in the in the state universities under the bioscience stream. So I'll give a brief overview about each of the subjects that you'll have to do. Okay, so biology, it's I'll talk about this stream and how to study and everything at the latter part of this session. Okay, so biology is a subject. It is So it is very much into like memorization, and it just depends like mostly like 90% on your memory, on your ability to recall stuff. And it is interesting. You learn about the body and how it works, and then you learn about plants and how it works. It is very interesting. But if you want to, now we are all doing this for the exam now, so ALs, competitive exam. So we are all doing this to study and get into a uni to do medicine or whatever other degrees that you have. So most people that choose bioscience, they want to go medicine. That's what their aim is. And but then there are other. Can you all hear me? Okay. So yeah, so about medicine. Okay, so most people that do this stream, they want to enter medicine, but then it doesn't happen like that for everyone. One thing, the stream is highly competitive. Okay, because the intake is very low. Okay, so if like let's say 100,000 people do A levels in bioscience stream, only 2,000 not be taken into medicine and dental surgery, veterinary science, all of those things. The intake amount is very low. That's why it makes it very competitive. So anyways, about biology, it's a subject which needs a lot of memorization and yeah, basically that. And physics is a really interesting subject, and at the same time it's on the difficult side for many people, and it's hard to get an A. I mean, it's hard to get an A in all three. I'm not saying no, but physics is what candidates usually find like very hard. I personally I myself found it very hard. So and then there is chemistry. So chemistry, basically you learn about all the chemical stuff and those things. So chemistry is relatively in the middle of bio and physics. So like if you take it as a spectrum, my personal view, and what I don't know if others would agree, but most people would say that physics for bioscience people, I'm saying this for the bio people. So physics is like the most difficult, and chemistry is somewhere in the middle, and bio is easy. But bio is easy to understand, but it's you need to memorize stuff and you need to be able to write proper essays, and that's how you score points. Okay, so these are the subject combinations. So I'm going to go briefly about the degree programs that you can choose if you did the ALs under bioscience. And okay, right. So this is this screenshot, this picture I got from the UGC handbook. So UGC handbook means the University Grants Commission. So they every year they release a handbook after the AL results release. So this is from the 2024, 2024 AL handbook. So for the 25 people before the university registration, they will upload the handbook. So so basically they release the handbook to give the people the idea about what degree to choose and what they can choose. So as you can see, these are the list. Okay, this is just the list that I shared. So I'm not going to go through everything because as you can see, these degrees, like there are so many degrees that you can do. But again, if you go down, can you please go down? Okay, a bit more. Next page. Okay. In addition to that, these degrees anyone can do, means the students who did in any stream that can do. Okay, so basically law, architecture, design. So just because you did bio, it doesn't mean that you have to only be restricted to like science related stuff. So these things also you all can do. But then even though like no matter how much I tell about the degree path, everything is going to depend on your AL results, on your Z score, on your grade. So okay, can you go to the next page? Right, okay. Okay. So you can see like there are like in that book, I will share the book with the resource persons, sorry, with the organizers, and you all can share it with who want it. So basically in that book, you have this minimum eligibility. So minimum eligibility for medicine in bioscience, if you do, is 2 Cs and a S. Okay. But this is minimum eligibility. Okay. So just because you have 2C and S doesn't mean you will not get into medicine. Okay. So obviously you need 3A because it's highly competitive, as I told. And see, as you can see, the proposed intake for medicine is 2095, and about more than 100,000 people do bio in this country. So from 100,000, 2095 is like a really low amount. So that's why it's highly competitive. Even if you have 3 years, some people do not get medicine, right? So I'm not going to go through the unis and everything, because you all are doing ALs, so you don't have to think about you don't you can worry about your career path and what you're doing, but you don't have to think about what you need. Oh, what am I going to get? No, because everything is going to depend on your A level results, right? You can have an aim. Yes, you should have an aim that I'm going to go through this career, I'm going to do this. So for that, your foundation is your ALs, right? So none of this is going to matter if you do not have a proper grade and if you do not have a proper Z score for ALs. Right, can you go down? Yeah, so these are the other degree programs that you can take. So some of these, okay, thank you. So some of these degree programs, right? I don't know about other streams, but some of the degree programs that you need, they need your OL results as well, right? They need your O-level results as well. So, for example, I think to do physiotherapy, you need to have, I think, a C pass in English in your O-levels, like that. So some of these things need your O-level grade also. That is for the university intake. But your OLs, I think you need a good grade in certain subjects in OLs in order to be eligible to do bioscience in most schools. So yeah, so this is the Z score. Okay, this is the cutoff marks table. This is from the 2024 AL batch, right? So as you can see, they have the degree programs in the x-axis. You can see horizontally, you can see that medicine and dental surgery, agriculture. Okay, so these are the minimum Z scores you need from each district. Okay, so this is the district quota. So district quota basically means like they will have a certain amount of people that they take from each district every year, right? So in Colombo district, if you are doing ALs from Colombo district, I think most of you all are doing ALs from Colombo district. It's highly competitive, right? So you can see that to get into medicine, University of Colombo, you need a Z score above 2.35. So just like that, you can see for other like dental surgery and veterinary science and biochemistry and molecular biology, all of these things. And it depends on your Z score. Your Z score basically marks your university, okay? So that is the Z score. I think Hanam explained very well about what Z score is. He did a really good explanation. I don't know if you all were listening, but Z score is basically a point you get for the marks that you get in AS, right? So basically the higher marks you get for all three subjects, the higher your Z score is, right? So and that is calculated every year using a different complex formula. So you can't calculate your Z score because they have a separate thing to calculate it. But what you have to get from the Z score is you don't have to worry about your Z score now itself. Okay, so all you have to do is just work and just get more marks and work and aim to get more marks, and automatically your Z-score will increase. So you don't have to worry about your Z-score or the university you're going to get, or no, because all of those things are determined by your by the marks that you score in your ALs, final ALs. Okay, so all of those things are determined by that. So that is why it's important that you study, work properly, and do those things. So I will tell about, how to start. I will just give you tips on how to start, because you all are right starting like this thing. So next page. Is there a next? Okay, so these are the other stuff. I can send you the handbook if you're interested. You can check. This is the book that I got it from, right? So I will share the PDF, and if now that you all have leisure time, you all can check on what degree programs that they have, just if you are interested in checking out. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So now I'll talk about the important things. So why choose this stream and why not to choose this stream? Okay, so as Hanam said, the main thing is passion and interest. Okay, so if you do not like, if you hate biology, if you hate physics or chemistry, like in OLs you hated science, then don't do it, because it's not possible to study for a long time. So ALS is like 2.5 years, right? So you have to go classes every day, you have to go school, and it's a big it's a big hectic thing. Okay, you're gonna have a hectic 2.5 years. It is not going to be like OL. So I usually say to my juniors, if O level is like level 1, AL is like level 100. So you can't even compare both, okay? Because especially in the bio stream, the content is going to be so big, okay? The content that you have to cover. So one term's content is going to be so big. One unit will be so big, okay? One unit, your teachers might take months to complete. But in OLs, it was not like that. No, one unit was like maximum 10 pages in your textbook, okay? And in OLs, yeah, you had a proper textbook given by the government, okay? In ALs, we don't have that. We have a resource book, but that resource book is not enough. You have to like refer other stuff, and you have to do questions and everything. So you have to search and study, okay? So that is ALs. So ALs is entirely different from OLs, and since you all are just starting, it might be hard for you all to just transition from OL to ALs, right? So it's normal. So just don't leave the stream, or don't go to do some other thing just because you feel like you're not doing good at the start. Because if everybody, even I myself was like that. I personally, I did bio like 6 months after. Yeah, 6 months after I started only, I came to bio. I was doing commerce, and then I personally didn't like it, means I did not find it interesting. So I wanted to try this out. I wanted to try the science stream, and everybody says it's hard, and it's hard to get 3 A's and whatnot. So I just wanted to take it up as a challenge, and I did. Okay, so everyone's timing is different. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So interest and passion. Do not do this stream just because your parents want you to become a doctor. Okay, your parents want you to become something in the science field. Don't do that. Okay, don't choose this stream. If that is why you are choosing this stream, then please talk to your parents and go do some other stream, because it's going to save a lot of time and money and effort of yours. Okay, and also another reason to choose this stream is not only because of medicine. Like you don't have to do this stream just to get into medicine. There are so many other like allied health sciences, basically like physiotherapy, then there's radiography, then there's biological science and zoology, botany, all of those interesting, like chemistry, all of those interesting fields that you can do. And you can you can go into research, and you can do your bachelor's and then go to master's. And there are so many interesting pathways that you can go to. So bio doesn't mean solely medicine. Okay, medicine is one part of it, and most people want to become a doctor, and that's why they choose bio. Okay, so yeah, so why not choose this stream? So another thing about this stream is it requires a lot of hard work compared to other stream. It requires a lot of hard work and effort from your side. Okay, so you have to work at least. I'm not going to scare you, but it's better if you work from the beginning. Okay, it's better for you if you work from the beginning, right? Because bioscience or like science, basically, like even maths included, it's not something most people, it's not something that you can pull off at the end, like last minute studying. It doesn't work here for most, like 99% of the people, it doesn't work. Okay, there will be 1% genius fellows, they do everything, and then in the last 6 months, 3 months, they sit and they get 3 years. Yeah, that is possible, but for most people, for 99% of the people, that is not the case. That's why you see many people doing second try, third try. Okay, so they try that. So this is not something that you can do at the last moment and think, oh, I can get 3 years and I can get good Z score and pass. It's not going to be like that. Okay, so it requires, if you want 3 years and if you want to get into a good university and a good degree program, then it requires effort from you from day one. But it doesn't have to be like it doesn't have to be, you don't have to, you don't have to like straight up, you're going to be like, you don't have to start studying for like 16 hours a day. You don't have to do that, like 12, 14 hours a day at the start. You don't have to start slow. I know y'all are like just transitioning from OLs to AL, so it might be hard. So you can start slow now, and and then you can maybe increase the pace later on, right? So I'll have grade 12 and grade 13 now. So basically in grade 12, all you just have to do is work every day. I mean, I don't know if I personally didn't work every day. I worked in the last year, but then that is personal, right? So everyone's timing is different. So everyone's potential is different, and the pace that they go. So something that I study in 10 minutes, and something that I study in 10 minutes, another person will study in 1 hour. Something that I study in 1 hour, another person might study in like 30 minutes. Okay, so everything is different. But then if you start early, it's going to be a smooth ride for you. Okay, and also if you have a good Z score, then you can choose anything. Okay, you can choose any degree program, so you have the freedom. So that is why working from the beginning is important. And also about the content of the stream is huge, and you have 3 subjects. Okay, 3 subjects, 3 different subjects, that requires 3 different levels of understanding, and also different methods of studying. Actually, you can't study biology the same way you studied chemistry. You can't study chemistry the same way you study physics. Okay, so all of these things, you need to apply unique methods to study, right? So the content is huge, and the classes. So there are so many classes. Like I think y'all, those who have chosen the stream, might have started classes. So there are so many classes, so many options to choose from. I'm not going to say which class is best, but what I'm gonna tell about classes is, if you're gonna choose a class, choose a class that is good for you. Okay, don't go to a class because everyone are going. Okay, just because everyone are going as a crowd, or your friend group, everyone's going. Don't go to a person just because everyone is going. Don't do that. Okay, so now you have the time, you can go to classes, and you can go to each class, and you can try, and you just the lesser number of classes you go to, the better for you, because self studies is the one that helps a lot when it comes to ALs. Okay, so self studies is the number one. It was what I did. It was the game changer for me, because I tried to minimize the number of classes. I went as much as possible, and I did self studies on my own. Because if you do it on your own only, you're going to figure it. Because in the AL exam, you're the one that's going to be there, no, your tuition teacher or your school teacher is not going to be there. Okay, so just go to classes now, and you can choose what class, and you can just stick with one. So the lesser number of classes you go, and the more time you leave for yourself to do self studies, the better. Okay, another thing, why not to choose this stream? I would not discourage anyone to not choose this stream, but another thing, you can't really I'm not saying you can't, but because the content is huge, and if you're going to study, uh, maybe there's less time for extracurriculars. But then there are people that also did extracurriculars and also excelled. Okay, but I'm just talking about most, because most people, they get burnt out at the end. Towards the end, like close to the ALs, they get burnt out. That's what happens. So I have seen some of my friends, that happened to some of my friends. So that is one thing. So And also how to start. So how to start, like I said, only choose the stream if you have a passion, if you have an interest in the subjects that you're learning. Okay, and you can there are so many resources available in the internet as well. You can download resource books and you can just go through the content. You can just scream through what is there in biology, what the hell is biology. You can just see that. Okay, and physics, chemistry, you have resource books available online. Okay, so you can yeah, okay, so you can go through those things, and you can try to see if this is what you really need to be doing in the next 2.5 years. Okay, and then classes, choose a class that works best for you. Don't go just because everyone else is going. Okay, that is not. And also I think the cost, as Hanam also mentioned, I think the cost for classes has like doubled or tripled than our time. So because of that, don't go to too many classes, right? So that, and school. So school does play an important part. Okay, because most of the students that do O levels, they don't that do AL science, they don't prioritize school that much. But you should go to school because your school teachers, they are for example, most people tend to like focus on tuition only. But then if you see bioscience team like tuitions, it's like mostly mass classes, right, where you don't have like interaction with the teacher at all. Okay, so you can't study like that. So that is where school comes into play. You have a teacher, so there's one teacher for like 30-40 students, right? So you can go to your teacher, ask doubts, and you can tell them to explain what you don't understand. You can use that. Okay, so I'm not saying school plays a very big part, but then what I'm saying is school is also there for a reason. So you have to be able to get the maximum that you can get from the school. Okay, so that is it. I'm gonna talk. That is all I prepared for. And if you all have any questions, I can answer now.
Students, it's your chance to ask any doubts if you have from Hikmadatai. Uh, asked, is biostream more about memorizing or understanding? Is biostream more about memorizing or understanding?
It's a bit of both. So I'm not saying bio stream per se, but you have to take it like according to each subject. For example, biology, you have to understand, but it's more about memorizing, right? Because you have to write essays, right? You have to write essays in order to get marks. But then if you take physics, there's nothing to memorize. There's maybe a few formulas to memorize, and then all you have to do is just apply what you learned, and then do the questions. You do the sums that are in the paper. So that is about more understanding. And chemistry is a bit of both. So you can't say like the stream per se, but you can take it as its subject. Yeah.
Another question, apart from medicine, what can I do after A-level biostream? What other paths can I go apart from medicine?
Yeah, so I showed, I think it's there in the PDF. There are like a bunch of degrees that you can go from. So all of those things, you can do dental surgery or veterinary science, and there's agriculture, there's food science, or you can, if you are not interested in Western medicine, you can go into Ayurveda, Unani, Siddha, then you can do nursing, pharmacy, then physiotherapy, and you can do MLT, medical laboratory sciences, and also you can do biochemistry and molecular biology, and there are so much. There's you can do optometry, then there's applied chem, then there's so many degree programs that you can choose from. But again, those are also highly competitive. I'm not saying medicine is the only one that is like highly competitive and you can get, but those also have a Z-score cut off. So for all of those things, you need to get a good grade. You need to get A's, and you need to have a good Z-score. Yeah.
How many hours should we study if we choose this stream?
Yeah, so how many hours you study depends on you. But towards the end, like when you're in grade 13, when you like have like 6 months for the exam or something, then there's a lot of content to cover and you have to do a lot of past papers. And so for that, towards the end, I personally study 12 to 13 hours per day. So that is towards the end, like in grade 13. But in grade 12, if you start small, then it's good. Okay, so it's not you can't, it's not possible for you to, like, study 13 14 hours a day now itself, because you're not used to it. You all can start small, like maybe 6 hours, maybe like you all can start small, and then towards the end you all can like gradually increase the pace, because you obviously have to, you will automatically, because the exam stress will come over and you will work, right? So but again, the amount of hours depends solely on you and your potential and how much stuff that you can take it, right? So yeah.
Another question. I think one boy has asked, what should we do if our Z score is not enough? What should we do if our Z score is not enough?
If your Z score, if your Z score is not enough, if you want, you can take ALs again. But so yeah, the Z score is like, basically your marks is what reflects on the Z score. What you score for ALs is what reflects on the Z score, right? So if you, like Hanam said before, if a person takes 75, let's say a person takes 75 for biology and another person takes 90, so both of them have A's, but then this person's Z score will be very high compared to this person. So Z score is what what how do I tell that? So Z score is what determines like which degree program you go to. So for example, like when I was getting registered to my uni, like the cutoff was 2.43. So that was the cutoff. So my Z score was 2.48. So all those people who had below that, they had to go to other unis, right? So that is the thing. Now I showed I think I screen shared the Z score, like the table, right? So those are the minimum Z scores that you need in order to get into that particular degree program in that particular uni. So you don't have to worry about Z score now at all. All you have to do is just focus on the theory and then do the papers properly, and inshallah do the ALs properly and get good grades. And yeah.
I think that's all the question we have for you. And once again, thank you so much, Ms. Hikma Hirfan, MBBS undergraduate from Faculty of Medicine, University of Colombo, for dedicating your time to guide the students in the correct path. Next up, we are having the physical science stream, and I would like to invite Mr. Rashad Ridwan, second year BSc Physical Science undergraduate, Faculty of Science, University of Colombo. Rashad, the screen is yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah. Before I share my screen, I have to introduce myself?
Yes, it would be better if,
Yeah, okay.
tell
I am Rashad Rilwan, a physical science undergraduate, second year at University of Colombo, and I sat for my ALs in 2023, and I got 3 A's in math stream, and I could have entered the engineering faculty, but the thing is, I have a great passion for science, so I chose the science faculty, especially the University of Colombo, and I'm a physical science undergraduate currently. Okay, starting off, how many of you are planning to pursue IELTS in math stream? Can I get a raise hand or something? No one in here. One. Only one? It's fine. Okay. First of all, if I say what is IELTS, it is more like a competitive exam. I think most of you have done a competitive exam before, the scholarship exam, but this is the most crucial competitive exam that you're going to sit in the 2 years in 2028. Okay, coming to the math part, defining math, it's the language which the universe is written. the language of the universe, basically. Everything is written in math. That's the beauty of it. Can I share my screen actually? It's visible, right? So why choose mathematics stream for AL? As I said, it's the language of the universe. But remember always, there's a huge gap between OLs and ALs. You have a mountain to climb. There is a lot to study. You have to do a lot of hard work. Not same as OLs. For OLs, you have studied for the last 3 months and you can get easily 9 A's. But ALs, it's not like that. You have to study from the beginning, as both the previous speakers said. I'm not gonna say that, repeat that again, as they have said about the Z score and everything. But it's not a point to be afraid. I'm not gonna traumatize you or make you afraid of this stream, but it is easy if you work hard from the beginning till the very end. If it's hard, if everyone thought it's hard, there won't be engineers and scientists graduating out of the universities, right? So why math? It is required in every field, definitely, because math students are the one who are most versatile and flexible. They can adapt to every field. Mostly, I think, as per my opinion, the only field they cannot adapt into is medicine, because an engineer cannot perform surgery. That's a different thing, but they can adapt into mostly every field, because every field need mathematics. So every one of you have drawn graphs, and you have matrices for O levels, right? I don't know the Tamil word, but in Sinhala we call Nyasa. We had it for OLs, right? Can I get a reaction for it? Okay, you all have drawn the graphs for the, I think, the first question in the second paper. You draw graphs and y equals x square, and that's okay. Have you ever wondered why? Why am I drawing this and all? Because it's the very basic thing, but you will be needing, definitely needing in the future, in every stream, whatever the stream you do, you need it. Okay. And the subjects you do, it's obviously the combined mathematics. It consists two parts, pure maths and applied maths. Pure maths is more of like not definitely equations, but yeah, I'm getting a question. Okay, applied maths is more like an application, and for applied maths, you definitely need pure maths. And physics, it is a beautiful subject. Math students, I think that they definitely like it. And when it comes to chemistry, there is a margin. I think math student, there is something in the society like they hate chemistry, but I'm an exclusion. I'm a person who loves chemistry. I would like to pursue chemistry in my future as well. And okay, why? So in AS, the thing is, this is a chart that I've been referring in the recent days. So this is about PhD, but in the elementary school, you only know a little. And when you do OLs, you know a bit more. But in this is a bachelor, they mentioned that it is the bachelor's degree. But in when you do your ALs, your path gets more specific, and you do again and again and again. It's going to be more specific after ALs. Whether you do engineering or something, it's going to be narrow as well. So there are a huge number of career opportunities. There's nothing to be afraid of. I would recommend to read this as well, the undergraduate handbooks. Yeah. Engineering. This is the most competitive course to get into. Only 2,238. I think this is in 2024, and it is offered by various universities in Sri Lanka. Obviously, there is civil, chemical processing. Under that, you can specialize various fields of engineering, and then if not engineering, you will definitely have more options, like physical science, the degree that we are currently pursuing, and computer science, obviously. And then I've already told there is a beauty in mathematics. This is something which defines it. The Fibonacci series. Asif, do you remember this or not?
Yes, I can remember.
This is something really beautiful. Like, it's gonna get harder, but okay. I told maths is everywhere in technologies and computers. When it comes to computers, in our university, they have recently launched the Sri Lanka's first ever quantum computer. In that, you will definitely need mathematics. In engineering and construction, it's just an application of mathematics. For that, you will definitely need physics and chemistry as well. Space science, I don't have to say. The Artemis 2, the recently launched rockets. Before going to the final message, all I have to say is it's not just numbers. You are going to study definitely more than numbers in here, because when you do a sum and solve a problem, there will be a point you will be having no numbers at all. You'll see that. And I think the previous speakers have spoken the most of my points as well about choosing the subject, choosing the stream. And one specific point that I have to mention is, sorry, I have to say is, don't choose the stream just because your friends do that. Okay, that's a major reason that most of them fail. And also, just because of you are 9As, 8As, 7As, that does not mean you're gonna get 3 As for your IELTS. That's something obvious. I have seen people that they have not get a better results to get into a university who got 9As in OAs, right? You have to work out from the beginning for sure. There are ways, study from the beginning, and then inshallah you will succeed. That's all I have to say. Any questions?
Students, now it's your turn to ask if you have any questions to ask from our resource person. So there is a very long question, Rashad.
Okay.
Student has asked that, I will quote the question. I am very interested in astronomy, especially astrophysics. I would like to know whether it is possible to enter the field of astrophysics through an engineering degree in university, and if so, what the pathway would be.
It's a tough question to answer.
Yeah, you're in chemistry field, exactly, right?
Yeah, I think, but I can. The answer is yes. As I said, you can adapt into. If you have a huge passion in astrophysics, I think you have to get into a department of, not a department. You have to do aerospace engineering for sure. Otherwise, you won't be getting proper knowledge about astrophysics or anything. Astronomy is a separate thing, and the aeronomics and aerodynamics is a separate thing. But I think these two are connected. But through higher studies, you can do a master's or further studies about astronomy, and then you can pursue you can go through a DM as well. The answer is yes, but you have to get into the engineering faculty in Sri Lanka, which has the aeronautical engineering department. I think only Morato offers it.
to become an astrophysics, like going through Columbia University and like studying physical science, they are since because Columbia University has a reputation for astrophysics specifically, I think that would be a better option as well. I mean, like
yeah, the thing is, Columbia University is the most famous university and most popular university for astronomy because they have higher study programs in astronomy as well. I think they'll be launching a bachelor's program in astronomy. They have said it. I don't know when they're going to implement, but they'll be having it in the nearest future, and that would be the most suitable pathway to become an astrophysicist.
Okay. So another question: would you recommend this stream for someone who is unsure about their O-level capabilities?
That's a yes. The thing is, A levels and O levels are two different things, and there's a huge boundary between these two. All you have to do is hard work, hard work, hard work. You have to work from the beginning till the end. The thing is, you cannot skip classes, skip anything. You need everything to go through this. One simple chapter you skip means you will be that will create a huge impact in the future. I would recommend
once again,
the thing is, I personally know people who got a C pass for math for OL and got 3 A's.
So this is the same question from the same person who asked about the astrophysics. So if astrophysics is not a suitable option, what is the path to become a university lecturer or a professor specializing in mathematics?
Mathematics, that's the easiest I can answer. The thing is, you definitely have to enter science faculty anywhere in Sri Lanka, and you have to do, if in Columbia University, you have to do applied mathematics and pure mathematics as well. In some universities, they combine those and offer it as mathematics. You have to do it as mathematics and as a subject and specialize in mathematics. And you have to pursue your higher studies, do a PhD, and you have to become an experienced lecturer, and then you can become a professor.
So there is a question that is asked. Once again, it's a long question. I want to pursue mathematics for my further education after A levels and be a maths educator. So I have gotten an opportunity to switch to international A levels. Still haven't decided if it is a good choice or not. So what do you think? According to you, do you think it's the good idea, or like what about the different types of math subjects, statistic, PO further, like mechanics, like so? Once again, like let's go to the basic problem. Is it wise to switch between from locals to international A levels, or like is it wise within Sri Lanka, like to do local A levels itself?
I mean, to do the local A levels.
So local A levels is a better choice than international A levels. Yes. Is there any particular reason for this?
The first reason is international A levels, it's definitely expensive. The exam costs, that this and everything you have to pay, and everything is quite expensive. And if you can bear those expenses, that's fine. That's the easiest way. I think there are not much. As per my knowledge, it's not hard as the local A levels. But doing local A levels means you can go and get into any university in Sri Lanka, which is totally in university education in Sri Lanka for undergraduate study. It's basically totally free for any student.
So
then,
what are the yes, please continue.
And then if you we go through this, even though it's hard, if you there are more pathways to go carry on.
So what are the career opportunities and education opportunities in mathematics field? Once we do mathematics for A levels, after that the paths.
means if that person wants to do if that person wants to study further mathematics, there are several ways that we don't even know. Like there are theories which aren't even proved yet. The thing is, there are different number of areas. For one example that I've said is quantum computing. That's the most popular topic that it's been a hot potato in the recent days, right? So like that, there are many number of research areas that you can go, and then to become an educator, become a lecturer, there are different number of courses that you can educate in universities. Our lecturers, they teach different courses, right? Which has a different number of, like, I mean, the scale means when they educate us, they don't tell their research experience. But when looking at this, we can give me a second. Sorry for the inconvenience. So, as I said, there are a huge number of research areas when it comes to maths. There are, I think I can explain, but I don't think they can get it or not. If you need, I can show it.
So there is another question. What results would I want to score for entering to engineering and construction after that?
Engineering. Engineering is definitely the most competitive course to enter. For Moratuwa, it depends on the district, first of all, district quota. And if you refer the undergraduate handbook, if you are a student from Colombo, for our year, it was like 2.08 for engineering in Moratuwa. And it differs from university by university, and the years as well. If the results in your year is high and the demand for university is definitely high, and the set score for engineering is not, it's going to be high for sure.
So can we know a little bit about your personal experience in maths field? Like, how did you achieve? I think you have a district rank as well. How did you achieve this? And you said, like, you were good enough to go to engineering, which means that should be a very high Z score. So how did you achieve this grade with being a very? I think you are also a very represented Zahira College. You are from Zahira College, represents Zahira College in a lot of events. So how did you manage everything when you were a student?
As I said, I started working from the very beginning. A small advice: the first lessons are definitely really easy, really easy. In maths, I think they'll be teaching numbers, and in physics, measures and dimensions, chemistry, atomic structure. Those are more like O level, and don't think this is the ones we are going to study for the whole 2.5 years. I thought in the beginning, and then I got stuck. But Alhamdulillah, it was easy for me to recover because the damage was not that hard. The thing is, I have studied from the very beginning. That's something I have to accept. And then going, it's got the load is going to be definitely really high. But it's manageable because when you study from the heart, all you have to do is to memorize. All you have to do is to revise the previous ones, right? When you study a new part, all you have to do is to revise the previous parts and study a new thing. And practice, it's the most important thing. Do past papers. You have to do a lot of papers as well. When doing papers, I think in maths classes, their papers are definitely hard, and your marks, if the marks are low, don't get fallen, because the thing is, they show their standards to the outside, and then student get traumatized as well. So that's just to see new questions. Okay, I just see this question before. Okay, fine. I've done it as well. So paper classes, that's not important, but past papers, which those are the most, those play the most pivotal part in ALs when it comes to ALs. And I would personally recommend to read Rosas's books as well, which has the shortest tricks to do the MCQs. Rosas's books, I think he is the most popular person among A-level students, especially the ones who are doing physics. And for chemistry, for all the papers, definitely there's a structure. For if we take physics, the structures they might differ. I mean, the structured essays, the essays, the second essay is gonna be the mechanics, third essay it's gonna be the waves and optics. There is a structure. Get adapted to it, and then work hard from the beginning.
Is entering aviation field possible through this stream? Pilot aviation, aviation engineering.
Aviation, that's also a yes, but as I said, the only university which offers aviational side means the aerospace and aeronautical engineering is the University of Malta. So you have to get into University of Malta, so that you have to work, I mean, really hard.
Students, if you have any doubts left, still we have a little bit of time left. So is there any doubt left? Okay, there is a question. How much of daily practice is needed to do well, I guess? How many hours should we study if you are doing math stream?
It depends
Based
on
on
the
personal
person.
experience.
It depends on the person and depends on the questions as well. I mean, now these people, I think, the class have started. I mean, a question like trigonometrical identities, they only have a small part, right? So these questions need practices, but uh, a question like differentiation and integration, that definitely needs more practices to do. Otherwise, you won't be memorizing the equation as well. Okay, I need to apply these equations to this part, and that needs a lot of practice. I can't say it by hours, but I think I have worked 12 to 14 hours per day when it was closer to years. In the beginning, it's 50-50, like 2 to 3 hours is enough for your stage, but it has to increase definitely.
So that's all the questions we have so far. If any student is about to ask any questions, now is the time. Anyone wants to ask any questions? Yes. Is there anyone
I
who
think
wants?
someone asked about the salary scales and all, like a
Yes,
civil engineer, about a civil engineer and an architect, I guess. The thing is, it depends on the country where the person is gonna work. It's like Maldives, it's a country which offers higher salaries for an architect, where most of the constructions are over. But a country like Qatar, Dubai means like their constructions mostly don't stop. Their constructions keep on going. So in the countries in the Middle East, they offer higher salaries for civil engineers as well as for architects as well. And then QS quantity servers. I mean, they that is a course you can get into as well. With quantity servers, they have a high salaries as well in Middle East countries.
Okay. So I think that would be it, Rashad. Thank you so much once again. Rashad Ridwan, second year undergraduate from Faculty of Science, University of Colombo. Thank you so much, Rashad. For the participants, if you have any common doubts that you need to ask about this particular program, I'll also remind you, tomorrow we are having the rest of the field. One thing is, tomorrow we are having ICT. So if you are interested in doing ICT tomorrow, we will have a resource person who will be speaking about ICT. Also, tomorrow we will be talking about art stream. Specifically, we will be going into certain sections like law or something else. So there will be multiple resource people speaking about art stream because it's a huge stream compared to the other streams. Also, we will be talking about the tech stream. So unless you have any doubts to clarify right now, if you have any doubts, it's your chance to ask a common doubt about all of these three. Anyone? Okay, so since there is a question doing chemistry is better or is ICT better, so that once again depends on what you will pursue in your future. So if you are interested in the ICT field itself, doing ICT is a wise choice. But if you want to have a variety of options, then doing chemistry would be the wise choice. If you want to, because certain degrees which loves you with chemistry is restricted to people who are doing ICT. So once again, it depends on where you want to go. Like if you are dead set on ICT, yes, ICT is better. But if you want a lot of options, then of course chemistry is your go-to choice. Is anyone have any other doubts? Can answer them. Okay, since that's all the doubts we have, I think when will you guide about commerce stream? We already did the commerce stream, so the recording of this will be available. We will get prepared with the recording. The first session was about the commerce stream we had from 7 p.m. onwards. The commerce stream is already finished. We will have the recording ready prepared. So once the recording is there, you can have the guidance for the commerce program again. Okay, so if those are all the questions, once again, thank you so much for participating. We encourage you, all of you, to please participate tomorrow as well, so that you have a wider amount of options and to see what sort of options that the other streams also give, or else you also can guide other students as well. So with that, we are going to wrap up the Ru'yah program. The online webinar series, day 1 is completely finished. Once again, we will see you again tomorrow, 7 p.m. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.